What's up, guys? So today we're going to talk about SMT, the ICT SMT, or the ICT Smart Money Technique. Now, what is SMT? SMT is a technique or a tool that is used to determine if a trend is getting stronger or getting weaker, which may lead to a shift in market structure or market structure shift, or a reversal, as some of you would define it. Simply put, SMT is a technique that is used to determine reversals. Now, how do you identify SMT and how exactly do you use it? Now, first off, you need at least two assets or two pairs if you're trading forex. If you're trading futures or bonds or stuff, you need at least two asset class or commodities to be able to use this tool called SMT. For example, we have two different assets that are moving symmetrically. We might have assets like the US 30, US 100, US 500. These are symmetrical pairs, which means they are moving in correlation with one another. So if we have assets or commodities like this that move symmetrically and then there is a breach in symmetry, we then have an SMT. For example, we are using this as an example for now. We'll go into the charts shortly. We have a low, a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We made a higher high here, right in this portion of this chart. But if we're looking at a pair which in correlation to the comparison we have here, this is making a lower low while this is making a higher high. We made a higher high here and here we're making a higher low. There is a breach here and this is what is called SMT. When we have this, listen folks, when we have this, it simply means that there is a possible reversal in trend and you can use this in trading. This is for a bullish scenario. And then for a bearish scenario for SMT divergence, we have a low, and then instead of us having a lower low here, we had a higher low. So which means this low did not go below this low. So it's coined a higher low. On the other hand, the asset moving symmetrically with it made a lower low. So there is a breach here between this and this. This made a lower low and this failed to make a lower low, instead made a higher low, which means this is weaker than this. When we have this, folks, listen, when we have this, it simply means that there is a possible change in trend. Now, let's see examples of pairs we can trade or assets we can trade using SMT. We have a few examples here. We have the euro dollar and the dollar index. The dollar index is DXY. Now, when we have the euro dollar making a lower low and then the DXY failing to make a higher high, let's say makes a higher low, then we have an SMT divergence. The euro dollar and the GBP USD, they are symmetrical pairs. When one makes a higher high and the other fails to make a higher high, we have SMT. And then we have the US 500, the US 100 and the US 30. These are symmetrical pairs. When we have a breach, then we have an SMT. Of course, the examples are not limited to these examples you're seeing on the screen right now. We have other examples of SMT, and in my subsequent videos, I'll show more examples trading SMT. Now, let's quickly hop into our charts and see a live example of how to use SMT. Here on my screen, we have the US 500 on the top, and then down we have the US 30. These move symmetrically. These indices, they move symmetrically. So when we have a breach, when we have failure in one of these indices, one is called indice and then more than one is called indices. When we have a breach, then we have SMT. Now let's take, for example, we have the US 500. We have a high, we have a low, we have a high, and then we have a lower low. Listen, we have a low, we have a high, and then we have a lower low, which means this low comes and took out liquidity below this low. How about in US 30? We have a low, a high, and then this low failed to take out this low. I'm going back to US 500. In US 500, this low took out this low. But in US 30, this low didn't take out this low. So we have an SMT divergence here. We have a low, a lower low, and we have a low, a higher low. So there is a disruption, which simply means that one of these is weaker. It shows that there is an SMT, there is a smart money tool or a smart money technique, and this simply shows that there is a possible reversal going to happen shortly. And then let's check, do we have that? Of course, yes. Now, it depends on how you trade, your entry technique and your exit technique. But for me, popularly, I sometimes, in most cases, trade the silver bullet. If you have not seen that video, I might attach it somewhere around this video for you to see what the silver bullet is. The silver bullet trade entry. So we have the silver bullet entry here. This is around 10:32 a.m. New York local time. So there is a buy entry here, and then there is an exit just on the next buy side liquidity. So it's as simple as this, guys. The SMT technique is very simple, it's powerful, and it's very effective. If you want to make some money in trading forex, futures, commodities, stocks, bonds, indices, name it, whatever, and use the SMT tool, you are going to be profitable. But have this in mind, that when using the SMT tool, always make sure that you have your bias correct. Sometimes using the SMT tool when your bias isn't right and when your drawn liquidity isn't so right, you might end up using it the wrong way. But in most cases, it will still give you some few points, some few ticks, some few handles if you're trading futures contracts before going against you. So the silver bullet is very, very effective, and I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to go into your charts, go through all data, and test the SMT divergence technique. Also remember that using this technique in higher time frame helps a lot. Yes, this is a 1 minute time frame, it works. Obviously, I'm showing that just through this example, but using this in 5 minutes, 15 minutes, it's very, very, very effective. Like I said, go through your chart and see how it works, and then leave your comment below the comment section and tell me your experience with this. If you find this really insightful and you want me to make more videos, I would appreciate if you comment, like, and then subscribe to this channel. And until I talk to you next time, I wish you good luck and be safe.